Good afternoon, everyone. Before I begin, I want to thank you all for giving your time and focus to the organization, even away from the organization. I know it'll take time to watch these videos, but we all really appreciate you giving us the focus and energy, so thank you. 3 semesters ago, I was a freshman looking for an opportunity at college where I could work for other people, meet new people, and also find a secondary purpose for engineering. What was most important, though, was the opportunity to feel like I was helping others. And this is why I chose PSEF. PSEF gave me an opportunity to feel like I was working with engineering while also working for other people, and that was what made me really excited. And now as I stand in front of you today, I feel the same way about why I wanted to be your Vice President Personnel. It's an opportunity for me to be able to give back to you all and be able to make this organization the best it can be, which is something I'm incredibly passionate about. In my past, I've filled roles of leadership such as personnel officer for my aerospace rocketry team, and then also named team captain for my baseball teams. Through these roles, I've gained experience in working with teammates, making sure they have the best environment and resource to achieve their goals, and also holding ourselves accountable to the goals that we need to achieve as a team. All of these valuable experiences are helpful today and are helpful for me in the future in completing the goals I want to complete as VPP. One of my many goals as VPP will be implementing a change to the introduction process of new members for touring. I want to introduce a new meeting between myself, the outreach director, and all new members individually, where we get the opportunity to discuss the new members' previous experiences in public speaking, their comfortability in the idea of doing solo tours in their first semester, and what they want to set as their own goal moving forward with touring. One of the greatest parts about being a new member is that you have a lot of flexibility with touring, and I don't want to take that away. The meaning of this meeting is to create a conversation between the new member and our leaders so that we know what they want their own expectation to be, so that it's clear cut for them and for us. It allows us to be able to sit and help them if need be, and also be there to encourage them when need be, and ultimately creates a channel of conversation between us all that will be way more effective to talk to them. One of my goals as VPP, along with that, will be helping to build a working relationship between the outreach director and myself. I believe it's incredibly important to have a working relationship between the outreach director because the outreach is the bread and butter of what we do, and making sure that they know that I'm a resource for them, whether it comes to working with new member training, general org outreach, or talking between the org and OFE. I'll be able to be there for whatever they need and in whatever fashion they need. However, working relationships with directors won't stop at outreach. I'll make sure that it continues with every single director in any way, again, that they need. I think being able to make sure that their committee runs efficiently comes with me giving them the resources that will need. One such examples of such resource will be attendance tracking and task tracking that Emma started this year. I want to be able to use these tools as a way to be able to track how we're doing as an org, as showing up to do the work, completing the work, and where in what areas we can all improve. Being able to do work towards these goals, though, requires clear-cut communication and teamwork between myself, exec, and the directors in the organization, which is why I believe communication and transparency is something I really want to focus on in order to succeed in this role. First and foremost, I believe it is incredibly important to continue having office hours for exec. I think the best way to be a leader is to be available, and being available means being in a time and place where everyone can reach you. So having office hours will be continued under me. Along with this, continue to have open forums, which gives everyone an avenue to talk to exec and directors about what they believe is important, will continue as well. It's a great time to raise any conflicts or questions, so that will be very important as well. And then for DMs, I want to continue what Emma has started, which is having more structured approaches to DMs, having sent out slides that every director can add to, so that way that when we get to DM, we have a structured conversation, and then it's also written down what we've been talking about. However, I do want to add one thing to that as well, which is going to be adding a PSEF newsletter, which will go over things like what we talk about in open forum and DM that can be posted in the office for every member in the org to see. However, I also want to add in what exec is doing. I want to continue the work that the past exec has done, which is writing down and publishing all the goals and progress that myself and the rest of exec are undertaking, and then adding that to the newsletter so that way, when every month comes around, we can have a very clear-cut example of what we've been doing. I think this would also allow our goals to be much more publicized so that everyone in the org knows what we're doing, which is their right. As a servant of you all, I want to make sure you know what I'm doing with my time for you all. Most importantly, though, as VPP, I want to make sure that I continue to make PSEF a place for all of us. As this role, I want to make sure I'm open to a conversation with everyone and that they know that I can help them whenever they need be. Thank you all for listening to this, and I hope you all have a great day.